Ready?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to coverage of the APA 9-Ball Doubles Championship from here at the Westgate Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. This event brought to you by the American Pool Players Association as part of the Showdown Series being held in conjunction this week with the APA Pool Player Championships. I'm your host, Jason Bowman, and I'm joined by a woman that needs no introduction,
You just keep
Ava Mattia Lawrence. Ava, it's like we never left, right?
right.
Folks, we have some exciting coverage for you this evening. We have semifinal round coverage of the 9-ball doubles tournament. We're going to go right into some rules of the road before we introduce you to the players that will be competing in this round. Or maybe not. Alrighty. So, of course, APA rules apply for the doubles championship. Any combination of men or women are allowed in this event. Players alternate shots, not turns. So that's an important distinction between what you might be used to with normal league play. Players will actually alternate every shot. They are allowed one coaching timeout per team per game, and matches are played according to the 9-ball doubles championship race chart, which you're seeing here. And it looks like, as we move along to introduce the teams, we'll cover their skill levels. We've got the Southside Camel Jockeys. They're out of Shreveport, Louisiana, and they're going against last-minute decision of Woburn, Connecticut. The Southside Camel Jockeys are of a skill level of combination of 10, which means they'll be racing to 38, while the Last Minute Decision has a skill level combination of 8. They will be racing to 31 points. On the other table, Table 2, we'll have Albertus Smiths. They're a combination skill level of 10, racing to 38. Their opponents dropping 9s are a combined skill level of 9, which means they will be racing to 35 points. Of course, each ball pocketed in the APA 9-ball format is 1 point, with the 9-ball counting for 2 points, Ava. So the first team to get to those magic numbers will move on to the final here later this evening. And all 4 of these teams now have qualified to finish no worse than 3rd place, which means they're taking home at least $1,300 of victory here in this round. Guarantees them no worse than $2,300. So still a lot to play for here. We see the players moving towards the tables, preparing to break. Looks like the lag is already completed. We're going to start on table 2. And I believe this is Matt Cornfield of the Droppin' Nines, who had the break there.
That was a great break, too.
And you'll see
Look
his
at the layout.
teammate, Jacqueline Wargo, come to the table. So we've got Matt and Jacqueline and their opponents on Albertus Smiths, Scott and Dan.
Oh, just got a little quick on that. She kind of rushed her backstroke a little bit.
And that'll bring Dan Smith to the table for Albertus Smiths. They're from Albertus, Pennsylvania. So, and their last names are both Smiths.
Wait a minute. Oh, I thought that 9
Not
was going
quite.
to go.
And we will do our best to bring you coverage from both of these tables as we go. 9-ball Ava tends to move a lot quicker than 8-ball because of the point system. So we'll track points as best we can, and we'll try to keep you apprised of coverage on both tables as best we can. I hear the break go off on table 10, so they are now underway as well.
Straight back kick here. That's about the only way he can go. Try to avoid that 6. That's a good kick shot, but
Scratches.
that was the risk right there. And ball in hand, this ought to cost him at least 3 points here. This could easily be the whole table, considering where the balls are. 6-ball may be the only issue, but I have a feeling that they're going to be able to pull this off.
Again, that's Matt Cornfield in the blue shirt. Matt is a skill level 5. This is his partner, Jacqueline, skill level 4. We mentioned they are a combined skill level of 9, which means they will race to 35. Now with
Nice
3
shot.
points on the board, needing only 32.
All right, this is the position here that mattered. Look out, look out. That's not what he wanted to do. Needed a smooth draw back there, and instead he put the 7 that was hanging right in the side pocket in a tough spot. So he's just got to hope that she can make this, and then he'll have to get creative on that 7 ball.
Easy, okay. Jacqueline pockets. The 6. Matt will be on the 7 here. You see the 9 ball up top hanging in that top corner.
I mean, he possibly could do a billiard or a combination here, but it's not easy since that 7 has to go past the point in the side pocket. If he does, there you go, hit the point right there, and
that'll
like that.
bring Scott Smith to the table for the team of the Albertus Smiths. This is the 4th of 5 championship events to be decided here at the Pool Player Championships. We saw the Wheelchair Championship finish up just about an hour ago. Congratulations go out to Sonia Bennett from Kankakee, Illinois. She is the 2017 8-ball wheelchair champion and the first female to ever win that event, so congratulations to her. Both of these teams now kind of batting around the 7 ball, not wanting to give up anything to their opponent.
Everybody gets a little bit of a safety after their misses, so the battle of the 7 here. And this could be the end of the battle right there. That
Nice
goes
job
in.
by Matt Cornfield.
A little bit of a luck on your side never hurts when you're playing 9 ball especially.
And Jacqueline will attempt to pick up the last 2 points on the table, which she does. I believe that makes it 8-2. We'll get a score update throughout. But in the meantime, we'll head over to action on table 10 and see how things are progressing there. It looks like that was Danny Martin, who you just saw on the screen of the Southside Camel Jockeys sitting down. This is now, I believe, Adam Ray of the Last Minute Decision.
I just moved on that a little bit as he was following it through. He just kind of jumped forward actually a little bit and has left a shot.
And that'll bring Amelie Musalam to the table.
Musalam? Yeah, I would think so. Musalam.
For the Southside Camel Jockeys. Amelie Musalam. Hopefully we're getting that remotely correct. And we'll wait to get a score update on this match here.
Beauty about this shot is all you really have to do is make it. You don't have to do anything with the cue ball. Just try to make it way overcut it, and has left the 6 ball in the side pocket here.
So you can see some of the numbers here. Southside Camel Jockeys, a skill level combination of 10. They are racing to 38 and they currently lead 5-0. Last Minute Decision, who is currently at the table, is a skill level combination of 8, racing to 31, and have yet to put a point on the board. That may change here momentarily. It does.
They have a good chance of running the rack. I was going to say just before you shot that, but with that speed, now all of a sudden this became a tough shot. Really tough, especially being off the rail like that.
And again, if you're not familiar with APA 9-ball, it's a little different than your standard 9-ball, which is decided by who pockets the 9-ball. APA 9-ball is played on a point system. You get 1 point per ball, 2 points for the 9-ball, and again, teams or players race to whatever their skill level dictates. So in this case, the skill level combinations dictating that the Southside Camel jockeys are racing to 38 while the last minute decision are racing to 31.
I love the 9-ball format. I really do. I mean, it gives every 2 or 3 a chance to beat
Absolutely.
a 9 at any day.
Absolutely.
It's much tougher for
Yeah.
a 2 beating a 7 and 8 ball than it is for a 1 or 2 beating a 9 in 9-ball. The 9 has to play lights out as a
Right.
9 to be able to win. So it's very much an equalizer. It's a great system.
One of the reasons that the APA 9-ball leagues are one of the fastest growing around the country because of that, the
Mhm.
popularity of that system. So this is Chris Whitlow at the table again, shooting on the 8-ball, and he may get a little. No,
Yeah, no luck there.
that'll bring
That's
Danny
it's a
Martin back.
testy little shot here, Jason. Again, cue ball on the cushion, thin cut. You just got to hit this with authority, like you really mean it, like he
Makes the
did.
8-ball.
And
Leaves Amelie with a shot on the 9. I really love how the pace of the 9-ball
Yes.
moves. It's because it's point based, it's very offensive, and I think you'll see these matches move fairly quickly.
whoa, whoa,
Amelie
whoa.
pockets the 9, but he follows it in with the cue ball, which means the 9-ball will be spotted. And the last minute decision will have an opportunity to pick up 2 quick points here. And this will be Adam Ray attempting to pocket the 9-ball, which he does. An additional 2 points for the last minute decision. So a little bit of a point swing there at the end of that rack with the miscalculation by Amelie of the Southside Camel Jockeys as we'll move back over to table 2 for an update. Looks like we're in a timeout there.
And again, 1 timeout per team, not per player. The players can talk to each other and discuss what they want to do or pump each other up in between.
Nice shot there
but
by
only
Dan
one official
Smith.
timeout.
Pockets the 9-ball, avoids the scratch in the opposite corner. And we'll get a score update on that momentarily as we move back to table 10.
A lot of noise there. Nice break. Managed to make the 4 ball on the break, and there's a shot on the 1. It's not the easiest of shots, especially trying to hold the cue ball where you're going to get a shot on the 2, but it is makeable. The 3 is not in the way. Well, there you go. Good start.
That's Adam Ray pocketing that. Turn things over to Chris, the blue shirt. Score now tied 6-6.
Again, the beauty of this shot is you don't have to do anything with the cue ball, considering where the 3 is. You just make this, the cue ball would automatically feed cross table for a shot at the 3. He would love to not left him on the rail right there. He's going to have to come either tap this in and shoot a tougher shot on the 6 or hit it firm and come all the way down. And that, oh, that's right, there's the 5. I apologize. All right, a lot of work here to come all the way around for the 6. Like I said, you could either kind of get real close to the left cushion and have a tougher shot on the 6, or try to whip it all the way around for the 6 on the other side.
That'll give Danny Martin an opportunity at the table. Danny of the Southside Camel Jockeys.
Well, I just hit that way too full. He tried to hit the right side of that and use the 7-8 as blockers there. Needed to play a safety. I wanted to play a safety. And that's the one thing, since he's the higher skill level, you would love to anytime he can, give his partner ball in hand or an excellent opportunity to make his, and just hit that way too thick.
Adam at the table here for the last minute decision.
I think he got away with one there. I do believe Amelie can hit the 5, but he's got to be worried about scratching off the 5 ball.
Danny's going to go ahead and take their time out here, it looks like. While they do that, we'll switch over back to table 2.
And dropping 9s have taken a pretty good lead here. Long way to go. But Dan and Scott are doing theirs to kind of slow that momentum down a little bit. We'll see here. Dan Smith is going to have a chance to make this 9 ball to get up by 5. Nope. Again, a lot of movement there. The one tip I can give you guys everybody, is to make sure you stay down. Don't be so worried about the result.
Right.
Hit the ball, look at it, get a smooth stroke on it, but don't worry about what happens, because you're not going to improve any by looking looking up, that's for sure.
Now Jacqueline with an opportunity here on the 9.
Well, she hit that with authority, but it looks like she's going to scratch.
She does
did.
scratch.
All right. That means Alberta Smiths are going to be able to pick up these 2 points. This is a close match. This will get it to 14-13
with
good
3-point
match.
differential, yeah. Boy, the
All right.
pace so far here, Ava, is much different than we saw in
It's
the,
like
the
boom, boom, boom.
wheelchair event. Everybody's
Yeah.
just offense, 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 very fast pace,
Yes.
which we like. We like. Keeps us on our toes.
That's right.
All right, so back over to table 10, where last minute decision is at the table. Nice bank shot there. Pockets the 7 ball. That was Chris Whitlow there, and this is Adam Ray once again at the table, shooting on the 8. Adam pockets the 8 ball.
Again, one of those favorite shots where the position is pretty much built in. All you have to do is make the ball, and the cue ball
Right.
would automatically feed up for position. He came up a little bit short, but I have a feeling that Chris will handle this. Again, you just find your spot, keep your head down. Look out. There you go.
Chris pockets the 9 ball and avoids that side pocket. Move back over to table 2. In what is a very, very close race. Matt at the table for dropping 9s.
I didn't leave much. no major harm down there.
I believe there is a, not sure if that's the current score there, 15-14. Nice job to make contact with the 2 there by Scott Smith.
It came out just enough to leave Jacqueline a straight-in shot almost on this 2 ball. She can hit low on this cue ball and just get it to stop right there, or just tap it in, and it should have a perfect angle on the 3. There you go. And what I found a lot in these doubles tournaments, especially when it's kind of like a lopsided, to where you have, maybe a 7 and a 3 or an 8 and a 2, or too often I see the higher skill level player tries to play too perfect for their partner, position-wise, and they end up messing up. Instead of everybody just playing at your skill level. In other words, you just do what you're capable of and what the table tells you you can do.
Right.
And then let chemistry have some fun. Those are the players that usually end up doing well.
Jacqueline here for the drop in 9s.
And just twisted her stroke a little bit there. But kind of got away with it. This is not where you want to be. If you try to cut that into the corner, it looks like it. If not an automatic scratch, it's definitely a difficult shot from here. Well, hit the point with the cue ball, and it came right back where it was. Left a little bit of an easier shot there.
Matt will have an opportunity now on the 7 ball.
No.
No one seems to want to make that
I know
7
it.
ball.
Elusive 7.
And now it'll be Scott Smith's opportunity.
We have a very fun 8-ball every other Friday night doubles league in our area. That is, I think, the second or third year that we have it, and it's growing, and everybody is really enjoying it. But we do not have a 9-ball league yet. And one of the things we've done in our area is we have the Jack and Jill and the 9-ball league. We've kind of left for now, so that there's an opportunity for people who just play regular 8-ball or 9-ball, a chance in both 8-ball and 9-ball to get out to Vegas. But I know a lot of the league operators have gone, and it's mostly players' request that are asking us, please can you have a ladies, please can you have a masters, please can you, and it's they're fun, the alt formats, for the people that maybe can't play every single week, or want to add another chance of getting out to Vegas. It's really been fun in our area.
Ava's referring to the Coastal Carolina APA that you run, and in addition to your career as a professional player and some of the things that you do related to that side of things, you also have the league down there in South Carolina. This is Amelie now at the table. The Southside Camel Jockeys on table 10. And thus far, both of these matches seem relatively close. It was Danny Martin pocketing that ball.
Okay, he's going to take an extra look at this. He's the lower skill level on this team, and he just wants to make sure that making this and the position of his partner, Danny, has made it so that Amelie doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball. He just has to kind of sort of figure out what speed, but he doesn't have to play position. The strength of a good player also, the better player, if you will, if you have a lopsided entry, is to play position on the side where your lower skill level partner don't have to do anything but make it, and it feeds into a perfect position.
So we'll get an update on the score over there as we go back to table 2, where we have Albertus Smiths at the table.
Oh boy.
Dan Smith there.
That was a pretty big miss. There's
So Albertus Smiths have pulled ahead slightly, although they also are giving up 3 points in the skill level differential in the race. Again, these matches moving very quickly. Lots of offense. If you like offense,
9 ball
9-ball doubles is
9 ball is the game. Well, that's a little firm right there. He wants that to stop. I'm all for stroking the ball with some authority, but
okay. So our producer Steve is giving us a quick update. Because of the speed at which these teams are playing, it's very difficult for them to try to keep a accurate score count. So what they're going to do is
nice shot there.
they'll give us an update after each rack. So again, the score that you're seeing on the screen may not be reflective of the current score, but the score at the end of the previous rack. So Matt here for dropping 9s drops the 9 to finish off that particular rack, and we'll get a score update there as well. Both teams now, or both matches, currently mid-rack. Dan Smith racking for the Albertus Smiths. Jacqueline will have the break when play resumes on table 2. All right, so that is your updated score on table 2. They are deadlocked at 24, but again, dropping 9s, needing 3 fewer points to secure the win. So they are now just 11 points away from advancing to the final round. Dry break there by Jacqueline.
I didn't leave much though for Scott.
Scott here at the table in the yellow.
Gotta play a safety, try to hide behind that 3 ball. That's no good. And he's left a shot, kind of one of those funny cuts into the side pocket on the 1. But again, just tap it in and the cue ball feeds right towards the 2.
Can't pocket that 1 in the side there.
All these players look fairly relaxed to me. Oh, nice shot. Nice combination there. You know, it doesn't look like there's a lot of stress. And one good thing about doubles is you have each other there to
Sure,
support.
definitely.
The singles you tend to feel
You're
feel
all
a
on
lot
your
more.
own. You're all on your own out there.
Anyone?
Right.
Unless you have somebody maybe in the crowd you
Sure.
can look over to and get some
But
support.
even with that, as far as coaching, I mean, you're on your
Yeah.
own in the singles play, whereas here you do have someone else to lean on,
Right.
at least once per game. No doubt it helps, I'm sure, a little bit with the nerves in the room, the spectators
Absolutely.
on hand, and obviously the audience at home watching online.
Yeah, that's one of the questions I get as a pro more than anything is how do you handle your nerves when you're playing on television? And it it takes a while. The first time you play on television, you're nervous, and you know
Sure.
people at home are watching. I think that bothers you more than anything else.
I
You know what I
bet,
mean?
I
People you
bet.
know, and you want to play well. You don't want to make those silly mistakes, and these guys have never been in this position. So if you
Sure.
let that get to you, it is a whole different layer of nerves than
Right.
it is just playing for the championship or in the semifinals.
Far cry from that local league night that they
Yeah.
all play in,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
everybody's playing, nobody's really watching, and you come out here and you've got some spectators and you got thousands of people at home tuning in to watch.
And the people at home have no idea, so it's very easy to say, I can't believe you choked on that three ball
Yeah,
or whatever. But
sure.
unless you've been here in this
Right,
situation,
right,
you can't speak for it,
right.
anything. So,
Boy, we saw a tough conclusion to that wheelchair final.
oh, my heart broke. My heart
Marlon,
broke.
the gentleman that was in position to pocket the eight
Marlon
ball.
Redfield,
Yeah, he was in
yeah,
position to pocket the eight ball, had a shot on it, narrowly went in, missed the pocket. Cue ball followed it
followed
in,
it.
and suddenly the match was over, and his opponent was the champ. And sometimes that's just how it goes. But
Yeah.
you know, I saw him afterwards. He seemed quite proud of what he
Oh,
accomplished here. But
absolutely.
you know, I'm sure that's going to stay with him for a while. But again, you know, there's so many folks out here, and only one is going to walk
Yeah.
away the winner. So
He'll wake up tomorrow morning and kind of stretch and all of a sudden remember that shot and goes, no. You know, before you remember what happened
yeah,
the day
well, no,
before.
he'll pull out $1,200 from his
Yeah,
pocket.
he'll
Know that,
feel
yeah, this
better,
was a
yeah.
decent run. So
Now he played great and it
Yeah.
was just one of those fluky things.
it was just a
and,
shocking end. It was not the
and nobody was more
Yeah.
shocked than Sonia Bennett who won it.
well, because she thought she was done.
I
mean,
know.
it was a relatively for a skill level 5 looked like a relatively easy shot, and
Yeah.
so I'm sure she had kind of resigned to the fact that she was probably not going to win that match, and suddenly everything changed. So
Anything can happen. This has to be hit
Absolutely.
really softly or really hard, yeah. If she would have made that, he would have been snookered on the 8 anyway because the cue ball would have come up shorter towards the side pocket. So you got to pick your spot there. Either hit it super thin or with some authority and then go 2 cushions and back out for the 8. And this is a good safety here, it looks like. Or is there a window? Yeah, it's still a tough shot. Still a tough shot. Here it comes.
missed the 8 in the
Here
far
it
corner,
comes.
but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. As
Backup
Matt
plan.
gets the 8 to drop in that opposite corner, Jacqueline will come to the table, although not with the easiest position on the 8 ball.
No, she can't make the 8, I don't think. It doesn't look like it from here, so she might try to bank it. So lucky to make the ball, unlucky not to get a shot, but... All right.
This will be Dan Smith at the table here. We're going to get a score update. They are still deadlocked at 27. Dropping 9s now needing just 8 points. Alberta Smith needing 11 points. Make that 10.
Kind of banked that one in,
Yeah.
didn't he?
So we have a very close match here, folks. And they drop. Scott drops the 9. Watch out for the
Oh, no.
cue ball.
Yeah, that's...
Falls in the pocket. We'll
That could
spot
turn
up
out
the
to haunt
9.
them as
Yeah.
close as this match is.
That could be a big one, especially this late in the game. Spot the 9 ball, and I believe it's
29,
Matt's
being down
turn at the table.
29-28 instead of ahead 30-27. That's a
Yeah.
big deal. And
Matt'll pocket the 9 ball and get 2 very important points. Again, that's essentially a 4-point swing, Ava. That could be huge at this late stage here.
absolutely.
Dropping 9s now needing just 6 points. Could be done here in this rack. Alberta Smith still needing 10 points.
So there's a win here in this rack for either team.
Potentially, yep.
Yeah. And what was interesting with that shot, if he would have made that and not scratched, they would have been ahead by the 3 points that differentiates
Right.
them. And instead, dropping 9s are looking pretty good right now, like you said. If she can, and also the break is so big. Because if you can make 1
Right.
or 2 on the break, that's all of a
Yeah, and
sudden it's
her-
a 6-game
Right.
turnaround.
And her last break,
point.
we didn't see her pocket anything on her last break. We'll see. Being told that we're going to stay with this table now based on the score until this match concludes.
Yeah, they're playing like a little bit like the house is on fire. These 2 teams right here, so we're
There's
gonna
a
stay with
scratch
them.
on the
and
break.
we'll still have plenty of time to cover the other table later on.
Of course, this is semifinal round coverage of the 9-ball doubles championship. We will also have finals coverage here at 7:30 Pacific time. Of course, that's 10:30 for you folks already home on the East Coast, so maybe you can, it's, you know, what, Saturday night, you can stay up a little later, right?
Yeah, there's no league play. What
Yeah.
else are you going to do?
Yeah, stay up a little later, stay with us and
Well,
watch
maybe in
this.
some areas, but
watch
most
this
areas
play
there's
out.
no league on Saturday
Right.
night. No, in ours there is not.
Right.
So I think my guys at break time billiards and um, possibly short thing billiards and some of our other locations at home are watching.
Tuning
Maybe
in
at
and watching,
Rackham,
huh?
maybe, yeah. Too many to mention, but I do know that some of them are watching. They have let me know at a
Nice.
couple of the locations that they're watching.
And that's one of the things that we've seen with the streaming is it has really allowed folks that are at home to tune in and watch, whether they're friends, whether they're family, whether they're fellow league members, a chance to tune in and actually see what's going on out here in the latter stages of these events.
That 2-ball that snuck out, I'm not sure he could make it though. It's going to be close.
29-29. Dropping nines, Matt Cornfield at the table. Cornfeld. Now needing just 5 points. Jacqueline now at the table.
Getting down to the nitty gritty.
I'm getting antsy.
I know it. So if we are, then you know they are.
Yeah, absolutely. Working on getting you folks a score update from that other table.
Oh, I don't want to scratch now. Definitely don't want to scratch with dropping nines and only needing 5 points. Kicking one, see what you can get here. Good hit. Is he going to get anything for it? Yeah, not too bad. He's jacked up over the 9 and no way to get on the 4-ball.
Alright, so I am getting a score update over on table 10. It looks like the Southside Camel Jockeys are trailing by 1, 17-18 to last minute decision. And that is significant because last minute decision needs 7 fewer points on the race differential. So we'll keep our eye on that one, but it looks like last minute decision currently leading in that match. And here on table 2, we are inching ever closer.
Oh, wow.
Very
Holy
nice
smokes,
cut
did
shot
she
there.
cut that?
That's Jacqueline Wargo.
Impressive shot there. Those are the ones you need to come with here and there to be able to win, unless you get incredibly lucky. But I mean, just making the basic shots is one thing, but if you can come up with a big shot like that once in a while. All right, nothing wrong with that position there from Matt.
Does the teammate a favor in terms of position.
You could
She
make that
pockets
shot, couldn't
yeah,
you?
I think so.
Maybe.
Maybe. I might follow it in with a scratch, but I can make it.
I'll work on the stop shot with you here when we get a chance.
All right, Ava.
right.
They need 2 points here, and it looks makeable.
Yeah. I have a feeling this is going in.
7-ball
straight
goes,
in, and this is it for
Jacqueline will have the chance to
right
pocket the 8
and the trophy.
send her team into the finals. One way or another, they'll be getting a trophy if they make it to the final round. But
yeah. There's only one everybody wants, though. All right, here we go.
How many runner-up trophies do you have on your mantle, Ava? Just out of
I don't
curiosity.
talk about those.
Folks, there you have it. Dropping nines. The team from Fort Washington, Pennsylvania has advanced to the final round of the 9-ball doubles championship with a 35-30 win over Alberta Smiths. We're immediately going to go to coverage on table 10, where the Southside Camel jockeys in the last minute decision are battling it out to determine who will face.
And that was a big no-no right there. Not only not hitting the one ball, but the cue ball came around the entire table and broke up the only issue that was there on the table. So ball in hand, open table. The only issue here is getting from the 2 to the 4. This team is skill level 8 combined. So getting the power stroke and getting the perfect position is going to be a little trickier, obviously. You see there, they need to get over to the other side of the table here. And unless you put a power stroke on this, it looks like the only way to do it is if you go rail first a little bit. Then it'll feed naturally into the 4.
This is Adam Ray currently at the table. Now his teammate will return, Chris Whitlow. I think so. A few audio issues there for a moment. One of the challenges with the live streaming, of course, our production crew doing a great job keeping us going here. Steve Alejandro, Greg Fletcher, Becky Rosner, Kevin Hinkebine, all working very hard behind the scenes to bring you this live coverage. Not the easiest thing to do, Ava, when you're trying to track 2 9-ball matches that move very, very quickly. So they're doing a great job. They're doing a great job making life much easier for us.
All right, so he's going to go ahead and show where to hit this. And it's so important. What I see a lot of times, I'll see a team captain say, hit it here to a lesser skill level player.
Right.
And then they don't say with what speed.
Right.
If you hit it hard or soft, completely changes the angle that the ball comes off the cushion on. So you got to point out what the speed to hit it with.
Feels comfortable with where he's aiming, and
hit it. And is he going to get a rail?
He
nice.
does.
It's good teamwork right there.
Good coach. Good coach there by Danny Martin. The higher skilled of the two from the Southside Camel jockeys.
And where's that going to stop? I left it kind of a pretty tough spot there. You're going to have to jack up a little bit. I don't know if he can make it in the side. It doesn't look like it. He would have to make the cue ball fly. Yeah, he's aiming it in the side. You can see there, it's a pretty, because they're so close together, it's kind of hard to judge it. You got to really pay attention to the cue ball here. All right, that's not what he wanted as a backup plan, that's for sure.
Yeah, you can see the frustration there by Danny, and this is Chris now at the table. Last minute decision. Last minute decision from Woburn, Connecticut.
Whoops. I don't know. Did he get far enough to give him a shot? We will find out. It looks like he looks very okay with the shot he was left. I didn't think he could make it. Oh, no problem. No problem.
Chris makes it look easy. Adam turns his attention to the 8-ball. Which he makes quick work of. Chris now on the 9-ball, and a chance for another 2 big points as last minute decision needs only 31. I believe this will put them at 26. So now just 5 points away from advancing to a matchup with the drop in nines in the finale, which will take place at 7:30, again 7:30 p.m. Pacific time.
And going on full force in the main tournament room is the 8-ball singles.
Yeah.
That's what we've got left, and there's still a lot of players left. Still
Oh yeah,
a lot of play
a
to
lot
be
of play
done
to be
tonight.
done there, and that'll be a big day tomorrow. We'll have 10 tables in action here in this championship room starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time. That'll be the semifinal round. 2 tables for each of the 5 tiers in that event. So
Talk
our
about getting
producers will be
crazy.
running around like crazy
We
trying
were
to keep
talking about
scores updated.
keeping
Yeah.
track of 2 tables.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm glad we get to sit here and talk about it and don't have to keep track of
Keep
the
track of
score.
it.
Holy cow.
Well, we can always blame them if we get bump
Yeah, it's
information.
perfect.
It's never
It's
our
perfect.
fault. So.
All right.
It's Steve's fault.
Last minute decision. Has some decisions to make here.
Well, 1 ball was made, but no love there on the 1 ball, so 1 and 5 are tied up.
So if 1 ball was made on the rack, I believe they're actually at 20. There we go, 27. So they are just 4 points away.
And I would have somebody watch this. You see how close the 1 and 5 are? So unless he decides to kick all the way down table to the end cushion and come back, if he's going to the side rail, I'd had somebody watch it. Now remember that a split hit, if the referee sees a complete split hit, it goes to the shooter. No doubt.
Good hit. Cue ball strikes the rail, so that'll bring Amelie to the table for the team of the Southside Camel Jockeys, looking for some momentum here as they are getting dangerously close to being out of this match. Need to get some points on the board very quickly.
And last minute decision, 4 points away. Is he shooting the... Yeah, there you go. Straight in on the 1. Just make yours and let your partner figure out what to do after that in this spot. Look out, look out. You
Yeah.
did that once earlier as well.
Yeah. Tough.
But that's one of those things.
Tough,
He's a
tough,
skill level
right,
2,
right.
and you know he's going to make mistakes like
Right.
that a 3 or a 4 or
Yeah.
5 may not make.
That's
and
the second
just how
one
it
we've
is.
seen just like that. So
You know, he also has the luxury of having a skill level 8 work with him.
Right,
So for
right.
that, there's give and take.
yep.
Everybody, a lot of our players I know in our area ask me what the best combination is, and I go, the ones that make the balls. You know, here we've had a 4 and a 5 play together, a 6 and a 4. We've had a 4 and a 4, and an 8 and a 2.
Right,
And they're here in the
yeah.
semifinals. So there is no
There's no perfect
No.
solution or no perfect answer to that
total
question.
skill level
right.
8, 9, 10, 6. It doesn't mean, it doesn't
Right.
really. It's chemistry. It's chemistry. You gotta have
Right.
fun when you play together.
Well, and again, you have the skill level chart too that helps to kind of balance things out as well. So.
Oh, of course.
Well,
But
they're
I
going to
just
get a
mean
little
the
lucky there.
combination, high, lower. Yeah,
Going to
I
get a
take
little
it.
lucky there. Take that 5 ball in the corner, add another point to the tally board. Now just needing 2 points.
And they've got him right here. If he can make this, again, it should be fairly automatic, decent position on the 6. No, but the 6 ball?
Wow.
Oh, wow. All right, part
Little
of the
luck
game.
never hurt. Little
Part
luck
of the
never
game.
hurt. So, last minute decision. Now 1 point away from a spot in the final against dropping nines. This is Chris Whitlow for the win. cuts the 4 ball in the corner. Last minute decision is moving on. Southside Camel Jockeys will finish tied for 3rd place.
Great finish.
For their efforts. They will still take home $1,300, so great run for them. And folks, we'll be back 7:30. We have about 27 minutes away from the final in the 9-ball doubles championship. Encourage you to go grab something to drink, maybe a quick bite, hit the bathroom, and come back and see us in 30 minutes for the finals of the 9-ball doubles championship. Thank you.